Welcome to another episode where I would discuss another one of those like controversial discussions in cycling, and this is with regard to chain lubes. There's lots of videos, in YouTube, internet. I'm saying these are the best chain lubes, and yeah, use this, don't use that. I've tried some of them. I didn't like them. I've been using this particular lube that allowed my chain to last more than 10,000 kilometers. And I would like to share the secret on how to make your chains last 10,000 kilometers, and you'll get bored with them and you'll just decide to replace them anyway. So, yeah, let me share the secret. So, what's the secret to having your chains last more than 10,000 kilometers? You'll be surprised. It's this one. Ordinary WD-40. That's the secret. A single application of WD-40 would last you around 500 kilometers. So with the type of riding that I do, I would normally relube my chain every 2 weeks. I of course lube them if I clean my bike. Every time they get subjected to water, I always wipe the chain and lube them with this one. And that's it really. So every 500 kilometers I relube with WD-40, and my chains last a long time. I know that a lot of people say never use WD-40. It's not a lube even. It's something that you use to remove rust and so on. It's a degreaser, but it's not an effective lubricant. I beg to disagree. And yeah, and I don't care. People would tell me don't use it. I don't care. Unfortunately, the problem with the internet is that you get a lot of advice from people who haven't actually experienced the thing. The same people that would tell you not to use WD-40 on your chain have only read the information on the internet. They haven't actually used it. So one bullshit gets spread around, and then everyone believes the bullshit. Unfortunately that's how the internet works. Yeah, I'm just using it. I've used it in all my bikes. Literally, it's the only lube that I use in my bikes. So just to show you how effective the WD-40 is, I'll show you my bikes. I'll show you the type of ride that I do. So yeah, hold on for a second. So let's see how effective is the WD-40 with regards to preserving the integrity of my chain. Just to show you the kind of rides that I do, like for example in the year 2022, I've only done 5,500 kilometers of riding, but of that I've done 75,000 meters of climbing, and that's just with 88 rides. So as you can see, most of my rides are up hills. I rarely ride flats. My rides are always lumpy and big hills and so on. So with my bikes, my Argon has done 15,000 kilometers, and the second time I replaced the chain was at around 13,000 kilometers. That's the second time I replaced it. The first time I replaced it was around 3,500, because that's what I've read from the internet. You need to be replacing your chain when you're around maybe 4,500 kilometers. But then I decided to just replace it before that. But so really, the second chain lasted 10,000 kilometers. And then I realized, I really don't need to replace my chain that often. Like my Steely Norco has done almost 8,000 kilometers, and I haven't replaced the chain yet. My Raid has done 17,000, and I've only replaced it twice. So, and then the tank is a very heavy bike, but it's already done 7,600 kilometers. So really, my chains last between 8,000 to 10,000, probably more, kilometers each. And just to show you the type of riding that I do, just let's just have a look at July, for example. July this year, like look at this one. This is when I was training for Henry Robert Drive. I climbed Mount Kuta on a big ring, like 50-22. And Mount Kuta isn't well, Mount Kuta is steep. It's 8.9% for 2 kilometers, and it's this one here. Like this climb is 8.9% average for 2 kilometers, and you could see that my average cadence on a 50-22 gear ratio is only 33. The whole thing was a grind. So that's a kind of riding that I do. So even this one, no bullshit climb, 4.5 Ks. Notice that I only averaged not even 40 RPM. The whole thing was a grind. Let's have a look at another one. This one, I was preparing for this Henry Robert Drive. Henry Robert Drive is very steep. So I 12.9% average for 2.6 Ks. I only average 50 RPM. 21 minutes, that's quite slow. If you look at Chris Froome, he only did it in 11 minutes, and Wout Poels 10 minutes 31 seconds. These are the pros. I'm only like 21:18. And this is the hardest part. 600 meters of average 17%. My average cadence was only 43. It's a very steep climb. I mean, you can see the climbing. And here's another one which I did yesterday. Haven Road and Boscombe. Haven Road is also very, very steep. Like this one, the first hurt zone averages 15.5%. It's a grind, like 54 average RPM. The first 250 meters of this one is very steep. Like it averages 21%. See, averages 21% for 250 meters. I only average 48 RPM. It's a big grind. And this is the type of riding that I subject my chains to, and yet they last 10,000 kilometers. So all I can say is that the WD-40 is very good at preserving my chains. And that's the secret. Ordinary WD-40. Reapply every 500 kilometers and your chains will last 10,000 kilometers or more. Rain or shine, just WD-40. Every time you clean your bike, say when you had a wet ride, and of course you clean your bikes, right? Every wet ride. Yeah, just reapply WD-40. If it's summer and it's not raining, just so every 500 kilometers reapply WD-40, and I can guarantee you your chains will last a very long time. If you decide I'm just talking bullshit, well, go ahead, spend more money on the really expensive like chain lubes that you can find out there. I don't care. WD-40 works for me. I will keep using them. If you follow my advice, you might save some money. But if you don't, and if you think that I'm talking bullshit, I don't care. I'm just sharing the secret, really. And that's it. WD-40. It's up to you whether you follow my advice or not. I don't care. Until next time.